Hello YouTube whip crackers. Today I'm going to be demonstrating another whip crack. The overhead crack looks something like this. What's good about this one is that, two things actually. One is that it's very stylish, looks super cool to do. And the second is because you can put tons of force into it, unlike others, like with the float or with the cattleman's crack. With this one you can put way more force into it, making it one of the loudest whip cracks in existence. Before I get into it, I thoroughly recommend eye protection because this is primo time to be smacking yourself in the head because you're literally cracking the whip right over your head. So, the basic motion is you go around like this and quickly change direction with your arm, creating that loop that we talked about in the last video, what whip makers call the rollout of the whip, where it goes like that. And what that loop, and when it's cracking, it creates a loop like that, rolling until you reach the end and it cracks. In this particular case, it's doing it over your head, like that. A misconception about this particular crack is every person I see who picks up a whip and tries to do this crack will swing the whip all the way around and try and do that. And that's bad for two reasons. One is that you're not going to get a whip crack out of it because that's the wrong way to do it. Two is that's how you smack yourself in the head because you're spinning it around and then you're kind of bringing it down like that, and it can come and smack the back of your head. And that's the reason why a lot of people are afraid of whips. So, first step is to start with the whip at your side like this. Once you're proficient, it won't really matter where the whip is. You can do it from pretty much anywhere. But start with the whip at your side and sort of bring your hand up like this, come around, and bring back. Now, the most important thing is how you swing it. If you don't swing it enough, then it's going to go, it's not going to go over your head, it's going to go right beside your head as you're swinging it. So when you bring it back, it's going to do that. It's going to come around and whip the side, whip your ear, whip the back of your head, whip your face. That's bad. So make sure you're always in motion. If you want to, the best way to practice this is to sort of swing it around like this, and this will get your swing down. Except when you're actually doing the crack, instead of swinging all the way around, you swing about halfway and change direction. So here's what swinging all the way around looks like. Here's the actual crack, like that. And I said before, you can put as much force into it as you want to make it louder, but to actually get the crack, you don't need to put that much force into it, just enough to change directions of the whip quickly and create that loop that'll crack it. So, I'm putting almost no force into this at all. I'm still getting a pretty loud crack, not as loud as before, but loud enough. So, that's the basic motion. Are there any other pointers I can give? I'm assuming there are. Let's see, one, obviously, when the point at which you change direction is going to vary depending on the length of your whip. This is a 5.5 footer, so I'm having to change direction pretty quickly. But if I were using a 6 footer, like this one, then I would be changing direction later on in the swing. So, see how much longer I had to swing it before I changed direction? Basically, make sure the point to change direction is the point at which the whip is perfectly straight behind you. So if it's too far, it's going to do that. So if it's too far, it's going to do that, and if it's not enough, it's going to look like that. So it did create a loop, but I swung it too soon, and it didn't crack. So you need to find that sweet spot where it's right behind you, and then bring it back hard with the exact same amount of force as you did to swing it. So swing it behind you with a fair amount of force, like this, and then bring it back with the exact same amount of force. And again, eye protection, because I would be blind in both eyes many times over if I were not wearing eye protection while attempting all these different cracks. Thank you for watching Tactical Crafts. Please subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment if you want to see anything in particular. I'll be doing more tutorials, more builds. I'm hoping to start building some whips to show you how to do some cool things, do patterns and stuff like this. And I'll see you next time.